world experiences and real world situations. Artem and Anton, who I think many of you will know well, most of you definitely know Anton well, from last year, have been talking to a number of teachers, but particularly talking to me in the last few months about a company that they have started. To give you the context, Anton, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but Anton was one of our top students, and due to definitely one of our top students. Anything on the internet? Definitely one of our top students who's had some real challenges going into university because of situations completely out of his control. Going next year to Queen Mary, but with visas and so on in the UK, it's been really tough. Now, he could have just sat on his laurels and said, I'm a victim here, but he didn't. He and his brother have set up something, which when I first saw it, I was like, I'm not sure about this, Anton. I'm not sure about it. He says, I'm coming back. And he came back with his brother, and he showed me my tutor. I'm going to let them tell you what it is, and then I'm going to tell you how I hope that we can help two alumni who are doing something really quite exciting with their project. Okay, over to you, Joe.
Thank you. Well, you've actually taken a part of my introduction.
I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I've had the opportunity to work in Mougins school last year. I was a student here a year before that, and this year, alongside this project, I've been tutoring some kids, which have opened the eyes of me and showed me the profession of teaching and this educational system from many sides. And I came to one dilemma that I wanted to challenge at the end of last year, and it's how can we implement AI to really empower education? That was the question that I asked, and we came to this project, my tutor, that we now are ready to present to you based on two pillars, which is personalized learning for every student and the scalable teaching assistant with the knowledge base and very deep understanding of our specific GCSE and A-level syllabuses. And this is my brother Artem. He's been with me along the way, and we've both invested into the project and did as much as we can.
Good evening. I see a lot of familiar faces smiling at me, and it feels absolutely amazing. I want to start with a little story. Back in 2013, a 12-year-old Russian boy got moved to France, to a new school, to a new culture, to a new environment, with no friends, with no language, with nothing, a complete shift of life. It took him a good 3-4 years to adapt, to start speaking, to start reading, to start understanding how things work here. But during those 4 years, it was a tough time. It's not easy. You're shy. I remember a lot of people here can visualize me being shy. You are scared of sharing your opinion. You're scared of being judged. And it's something that stays with you for the rest of your life. So now this kid is me. I'm 22 now. I went through university. I went through trying different things, finding my path, failing, succeeding in something. And over time, as I've been working in technology, I understood that I can actually make sure that no one feels the same as me, in the sense where we can build a tool, we can build something useful for kids to adapt better, to help learn easier, to help integrate them into new environments and into new problems much easier. So this is why we started building My Tutor. What pushes me is that exact reason. And we decided to build an ultimate 24/7 amazing assistant who acts as a study buddy for every single student on the planet Earth, as well as an amazing assistant, teaching assistant for every teacher on the planet Earth. So to come in there, Anton, I'll let you carry out and show you what this product looks like.
So as an introduction, and not to take much of your time, because we'd really love you to experience the platform yourself, we wanted to share some guidelines and limitations with who has parameters into Quark and what the final product is right now.
Quark is the name of your AI study buddy who is here with you to help you support your learning.
So this is the simple interface in Quark. Introduce himself, saying, hi, I'm your AI tutor, and I'm ready to help you in this case with IGCSE Geography 0460 specific syllabus. And I've asked him in this example, what exam papers will I need to sit and what are the contexts of the papers. And we can see that it easily from live materials, live syllabuses, can return 3 papers that students in the whole school sit I'd assume paper 3 is the coursework, which is
It is, yeah.
not happening. And it gives me an overview of each paper. So moving on, I've asked it, okay, can you give me the subject content related to each of the papers? So what are the key topics? And it comes back with divisions of paper 1, paper 2, and paper 4, and their subject contents. So that's the first example. Here's an example of the more teacher assisting part, but students can use it as well, especially now in this heated moment for revision. Here it can generate also in geography. With 60 example question and sample exam questions and accordion mark schemes, as well as sample answers and examiner's notes. So we can see that now. I'm not quite sure. Can everyone read this? Okay, or do you want me to?
It might be a bit small.
So I've asked it to give me 3 sample questions and then picked question 2 to work on to tackle. And it gave me a structured answer it gave me a structure that I could use to make my answer. And now, let's see what the sample answer would be.
Now you just ask the AI to actually, after explaining him how to answer this question, to give him a good answer, to compare what he did.
And as an experiment straight after, I've asked it as well to create a mark scheme for the questions it invented and mark its own work. And it has came back with a structured response saying why and how it awarded every mark, and actually awarding itself a solid 9 out of 10 in this case. So this could help students with revision now, especially with subjects like geography, history, business, any of the sciences where AI is able to generate questions and generate live feedback based on your answers. And lastly, one of the limitations, for example here, my tutor will never deviate from the subject content. It would always stay aligned and not start joking around with the student like, for example, ChatGPT can do. Instead, my tutor would always try to reiterate and find ways to get the student back on track, back onto the learning session. And also, it prevents students from trying to cheat and finding easy ways around their tasks by saying that, hey, I'm here to support your learning journey and I'm ready to help you with your homework, but it refuses to help them cheat or do the homework for them.
Can you at least do my homework for me? No.
Here it says,
No.
I can certainly help.
No.
I can certainly help you guide through your homework on the Russia of 1905 to 41 in IGCSE history by providing explanation, clarifying doubts, and discussing key events and concepts. But it's refusing to do the work for them, which is. If you'd like, sure.
So I played with this and I really tried to get it to go off task. I really tried to get it to do things it shouldn't do. And one of the ways I tried to do that was to get it to look at the Holocaust and to get it talking about David Irving and the Holocaust denial. I really tried to push that. Historiography, David Irving, what's this school of thought? Can I put that in my exam? And it just wouldn't let me do it. It kept saying this is not on the syllabus, Holocaust denial is not part of the, really, and I came at it from all sorts of different angles. So it definitely did what you're claiming for sure.
Thank you. And lastly, as we want to be an interactive platform, we're not just a chat-based system because that's what ChatGPT offers. Here you can see an example of our live quiz that students can launch, which can be either in multiple choice form or short answer form. And the answers are graded in green and red, as you can see. And also Quark is giving live feedback on every answer, giving more explanations and offering to, those little buttons offering to explore any of the topics in more depth. So this is what we call dynamic prompting, which allows students to straight away, without needing to prompt and think what to ask, they have an option to continue studying. Here, for example, on photosynthesis, please explain how photosynthesis works in more detail after answering a multiple choice question on plants and carbon dioxide and sunlight.
So a tool like this is really made to allow no students feel alone in their academic journey. There's more fortunate students that can get private tutors, but less fortunate students, unfortunately, cannot afford a private tutor, so they're automatically not on the same level as those who can. So by giving something that they can use to help them study at home in their own time, we can actually get them inspired to learn more, get them addicted to learning again, because it will tell them also how this information will be used in the future. You know, kids want to know, why are they learning it now? One of the things I faced in myself is because I neglected studying back in time, and I know a lot of other of my classmates neglected studying back in time also, and would prefer to game or would prefer to do other things. As I've matured, I realized that there is surely gaps in my knowledge from this academic knowledge that I was supposed to intake during school, which simply didn't stick. It didn't stick because it didn't place itself in the right fundamental place in my brain. So now I wish I had that knowledge. The tool we're building will allow kids to structure their approach to revision and structure their approach to learning in order to ensure that the information that they learn when they're young stays with them and gets retained in their brain for the future use. So this is one of the other big points that we're focusing on. Antonio? So what we're really doing here is figuring out ways how AI, artificial intelligence, can enhance and improve HI, human intelligence, human potential, and human purpose. One thing we've all noticed is when ChatGPT came out, there was an instant dilemma. Is AI good for humanity? Is AI bad for humanity? People say, especially in education, people say, yes, AI is scary, it's not nice, it's bad, it removes the human aspect of learning, removes the human aspect, everything is getting digitalized. There's other people who say the opposite, who probably went through industrial revolution, technological revolution, who know that over time humanity just adapts to this new tools, to this new evolution, to this new way of doing and solving problems. And in my opinion, and in the opinion of our team, it's really not a coin with two sides, really. It's every single person in this room has power and a voice on how this tool will be used and how this tool will be implemented within the current generation and the future generations. If we prefer to let it slide and see how it plays out, unfortunately, it may discourage people who want to use this tool for good purposes to actually use it. It may slow them down. Whereas people who will try and cheat with AI, they will continue using it. Nothing is going to stop them from cheating. This is why one of our missions is to, instead of giving them a cheating tool, giving them something to support and structure their learning approach to make sure it's just the information that the teacher transmits to them retains better and they can revise it and they don't feel alone simply, right? So this is my tutor. One thing you guys noticed, like you know us, some of you know me, a lot more of you know Anton. We're at the beginning of our journey and we're here, the reason why we're here sharing this with you is because each one of you is an expert in your own niche. Each one of you can help transform this tool into something much more effective and much more influential and according to the way you see it. So if anyone has any suggestions, any ideas for how we can improve GCSE biology or GCSE chemistry or A-level physics or any other subject, feel free to reach out to us, feel free to contact us to have a brainstorm. And I promise you we'll do our best to implement every single idea that you have into the platform. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much for your time. And it's an honor to be here.